Hey guys, Mona Lisa here, and I'm going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 1. So, yeah, welcome to the 6th season. I sort of had a sort of look back at the last couple of episodes of Season 5, and they weren't as bad as what it probably came across on the extras. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the last couple of episodes, but I'm kind of getting where they're trying to sort of get the story, and yeah, so yeah, I will just my predictions for this season, they're up there, so you can just have a quick look at that in case you forgot. They're probably going to be wrong, but there you go. Who I want to win and who I think will win is still going to be Dany. I think will win, and I would like to see Sansa win, even though she's a girl. I don't care. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me in that, and no spoilers, guys, for the books or anything like that. The books is not too important because I'll probably forget anyway. But there we go. And I don't know if you've seen in the background there. I got my little Varys figurine. I went shopping for some t-shirts, and they had it for £3. I was like, that is mine. I'm having that. So yeah. So I think that being said, guys, let's get into it. I really don't know what to expect. It's crazy. I don't know if you can see it up there, but I got the season 8 now on Blu-ray. So I've not even looked at the back of the cover in case something spoiler related. So it looks like all of them are in this one. I can't remember what the younger boys' names are. The ones who play Bran and Recon. So, like I said, yeah, I don't believe for a second that this is the end of Jon. I think maybe what's her name, the priestess. I think maybe she's been playing Stannis. Because she's obviously got some sort of relation to Dondarrion and that lot. So I don't know if she's sort of her mission was to recruit Jon somehow, and she's going to bring him back. Oh, please don't kill Ghost. Oh, please don't kill him. I'm so paranoid. Yeah, get Jon out of there. Oh!
Help me get him inside.
Get Ghost out of there.
How many of your brothers do you think you can trust?
The men in this room.
Does the wolf know you? We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, get Ghost out. That's the priestess. This is one prediction I want to get right, or I want to be true.
I saw him in flames, fighting at Winterfell.
I can't speak for the flames, but he's gone.
She's gonna bring him back. And Ghost is gonna get Thorn.
You all know why are you here? Jon Snow is dead.
Who killed him?
I did. Jon Snow was going to destroy the Night's Watch. He let the wildlings through our gates, as no Lord Commander has ever done before.
Well, maybe the other
Lord
Lord Commanders
Commander
didn't have a
Snow
reason to do that.
Did what he thought was right, I've no doubt about that.
I do think that Thorne thinks what he's done is the right thing.
Jon was my friend. Those fuckers butchered him. Now we return the favor.
We don't have the numbers.
We have a direwolf.
It's not enough.
We all die today. I say we do our best to take Thorne with us when we go.
You're not the only ones who owe your lives to Jon Snow.
No.
Bolt the door. Don't let anyone in. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I love it. I'm glad he was introduced in season 2. Oh yeah, so...
The first time I saw her. The kennel master's daughter.
Oh, I thought that was Sansa. Oh, Jesus.
She smelled of dog.
Yeah, so, yeah, I can't wait to see what's
I wasn't much older, but everybody was already afraid of me.
Sansa and Theon are up to.
You certainly were. Your pain will be paid for 1,000 times over. I wish you could be here to watch.
Your command of the cavalry was impressive. Thanks to you, the false king Stannis Baratheon is dead. Do you know who struck the killing blow?
No.
A shame. I'd reward the man. Still, a great victory. A reckoning will come. We need the North to face it. The entire North. They won't back us without Sansa Stark. We no longer have Sansa Stark. You played your games with her. You played your games with the heir to the Iron Islands, and now they're both gone.
I have a team of men after them with some of my best hounds.
Without Sansa, you won't be able to produce an heir. And without an heir? Well...
Without an heir, you're no use to him. You can kind of see why he is the way he is. Like, there's no love at all, is there? I wonder if they're going to run into Rickon and Osha. Because they're up in the north somewhere. On, yeah, getting down to the water so they can't sniff you out.
I can't. It's the only way to throw off the hounds. It's too cold, I can't. I won't make it, I'll die. I've seen what his hounds do to a person. This way is better.
Oh.
Sansa.
Don't go into hypothermia.
I'll know them away. No, I won't make it without you. Go north. Only north. Jon is Lord Commander at Castle Black. He'll help you.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
Where is Lady Bolton? Dead. Liar. Bloody woman.
I forgot. Come on, get up, Brienne. Well done, Pod. Come on, Theon, help Pod out. Now get the hell out of there.
Lady Sansa, I offer my services once again. I will shield your back and keep your counsel and give my life for yours if need be. I swear it by the old gods and the new.
And I vow that you shall always have a place by my hearth, and
Meet and mead at my table.
meat and mead at my table. Arise.
So Brienne's fulfilled what she was meant to be doing, because she's killed Stannis, and now she's Sansa's protector.
Do you remember the first time you saw a dead body?
Mother.
All I could think about when she died was what would happen to her now. As her skin turned black. Have her lips peel back from her teeth.
That's a lot to think about for a kid.
I think about locking Marcella in a crypt. I think about her beautiful little face starting to collapse.
Don't think about her. She's gone. No one can hurt her anymore.
She was good. From her first breath, she was so sweet. I don't know where she came from. She was nothing like me. The witch told me years ago. She promised me 3 children. She promised me they'd die. Everything she said came true. You couldn't have stopped it. It's prophecy. It's fate.
You don't believe that?
Of course I do. You said we had to stay together. You said people would try to tear us apart, take what's ours. That was a prophecy too. I didn't listen to you, and everything you said came true.
We're the only ones who matter, the only ones in this world. And everything they've taken from us, we're going to take back and more. We're going to take everything there is.
She seemed to have calmed down a bit, but then he's gonna want revenge.
You walk like a rich person.
You've spent a lot of time studying the way rich people walk.
You walk as though the paving stones were your personal property.
Eoha, prosa. Prosa.
She thinks you want to eat her baby. Glori out the pagonjailas. Hignira ois rus I predagan kostos.
Our queen is not as popular in Marine as she used to be.
The sons of the Harpy?
Very possibly. Daenerys Targaryen took away the most valuable property. Told them human beings weren't even property to begin with. It could also be the freedmen.
She did fly away on a dragon and not come back.
Skorkidosso udlilat. Jumela Kairinon, Evelibilat, Lossiadaria Daenerys.
It's a problem. Whoever you are, wherever you go, someone in this city wants to murder you. We can't fight an enemy we don't know.
The sons of the Harpy planned their attack in the fighting pits very carefully, which means they take orders from someone.
Well, we won't be sailing to Westeros any time soon.
Ah, shit. She's quite small, isn't she?
Dar shafka khalani. Niyadne hereze visa dar solta.
Serisesna haremoon. Hatif metamu vehiran.
Tu fracco ana vosseci. Anha Daenerys Javasco. Heala Targaryen. Attack mahakison mayo savirsak. Khalisi mireni. Khalisi mandatli man roinari mataki. Khalisi maravoshi. Javorshi vea varak.
Mesherik ron. Khaldrogo kipar boisi.
Khaldrogo driva.
Ananisak. Anha via vok moro.
Meisvina si khalinison. Iran bosseci. Iran naskoi.
Oh, that's a relief.
Askal drivoi. Asat kachi khalesisa an mai.
Weiss to frak. Weiss to shikhali.
Atira shechis me ma khaliniosa khalidrivi.
Menem nessa.
Davos, we have no cause to fight. We are both anointed knights.
Hear that, lads? Nothing to fear.
I will grant amnesty to all brothers who throw down their arms before nightfall. And you, Sir Davos, I will allow you to travel south.
I'll need some food if I'm going to make it south without starving.
We'll give you food. You can bring the Red Woman with you if you like.
Thank you, Sir Alistair. We'll discuss amongst ourselves and come back to you with an answer. In my learned opinion, we open that door...
And they'll slaughter us all.
They want to come in. They're gonna come in.
Aye. But we don't need to make it easy for them.
Ed is our only chance.
There's always the Red Woman.
What's one redhead gonna do against 40 armed men?
You haven't seen her do what I've seen her do.
Whatever happened to that Stannis baby? What the fuck? She gonna let herself die? Okay, so that was an interesting start to season 6. I don't know what to think. Like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, let's go through it. So we started off with obviously Jon's dead. He was laying there, and Dad was coming out, discovering him, and yeah, then Ed and a few of the loyal guys came out, and they took Jon into the room, and yeah, obviously they're trying to work out because they know that, you know, they're with Jon, so they're going to get killed regardless of what's going to happen. So they need a plan to sort of, well, an escape plan really, or fight to the death. obviously Davos was like, there's some who can help us, or was it Davos or Ed? I don't know, I can't remember. But like, obviously the wildlings, they could be, well, they could help them. So yeah, Ed has gone out to sort of try and speak to the wildlings. So yeah, yeah, and then the red woman came in, the priestess, and she was saying that. Well, she was sort of implying that, you know, she didn't understand why Jon was dead because she saw him fighting at Winterfell. So Jon hasn't fought at Winterfell yet, so that's obviously a prediction. So, like I said before, I think she's going to bring him back, like she's done with well, like their religion or whatever. They've done that before. So, yeah, definitely, I think this is not the end of Jon, and it's sort of how it's coming across is that's what she's gonna do. But yeah, we'll get to that later. So yeah, they they sort of got Ghost out of the little prison that Ghost is in, or so I'm glad. I don't want to see Ghost hurt. Like he's my favorite wolf. So yeah. So yeah, obviously Thorne was sort of talking to the guys, and I can see why Thorne he's doing what he's doing, because he truly believes that what Jon is doing is wrong for the Night's Watch. And I suppose what he has done, he has followed orders, but you know, he also killed Jon because, you know, he when Jon and the wildlings came back, Jon told them, you know, to open the gates and that, and Thorne did that. I thought he was gonna disobey him there, but he didn't, and yeah, he let him in, but then obviously killed him as well. So yeah, I think Thorne he truly does believe what he's doing is right, but yeah. So yeah, we went over to Ramsay seeing his girlfriend dead, and obviously he wants revenge because he loves this girl, definitely. I think there's some sort of sick love between these two. And yeah, he wants revenge. And Bolton, well, Rose was like, you know, you've been playing your games with Sansa, and now she's gone. And without Sansa, we can't get the North because, you know, the North are loyal to Sansa. So they're going to obviously try and well, get Sansa back, because Rose was saying as well, you know, if you can't provide a son, then you are nobody. You know, you're useless to me, because, you know, obviously my wife is pregnant, and if that's a son, then you're out of the game basically. So I can sort of understand why, to some extent, why Ramsay is the way he is, because, you know, there's just no love there, is there? Not grown up with that at all, so it doesn't excuse what he's doing, but you know, you can sort of see where he's getting that from. So yeah, twisted family, man. So we went over to seeing Sansa and Theon escape, and yeah, they had to cross the water to get the scent off. But then you got the because it's snowing, you got the footsteps as well, so you know it's a bit tricky. But yeah, they did hide out, but yeah, Ramsay's guys did catch up with them, and Theon was trying to sort of well, he basically was willing to sacrifice himself for Sansa. You know, this is the least he could do. So yeah, he tried to sort of get them off the scent, but they did get Sansa, and I was like, oh shit, this is the end. Like, what's going on? And I don't know why it didn't click that. Obviously, Brienne is out there, isn't she? Like, I don't know why I didn't give it a thought. I was like, oh no, what they're gonna do now? Like, who are they gonna run into? I thought that maybe we're gonna run into Osha and them, and they were gonna yeah, hide out with them. But yeah, obviously Brienne, I'm such an idiot. Like, of course she's gonna be there and save her, and she did, and obviously killed some other guys. And Pod was fighting as well, and he did reasonably well considering, you know, he's not a fighter. And then obviously Theon, he redeemed himself a bit more again with helping Pod out, killing the last guy. So Brienne got to take the oath of protecting Sansa, and she's now with Sansa, and that's what she promised Cat. So I think Brienne is on track again, isn't she? So I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing. Obviously now Brienne is with Sansa, so it's going to be harder for Littlefinger now to sort of I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to talk his way into no, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, I don't think he stands no chance of getting in contact or getting on Sansa's good side again ever. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. My mind is just blown with that storyline. Like, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So what do we have then? Cersei, obviously, we saw her. I think she has sort of, I think what has happened to her, I think it's definitely changed her a bit. She went down to see, obviously, Margaery come in, but obviously she was dead. But she did seem quite calm in a way. Like I think her being in prison, she's just sort of accepted her faith. I think she's had a lot of time to think, and like she said, that witch, her premonitions, that witch told her that her kids were gonna die, and this is what's happened. And then Jaime said something, I can't remember what that was now, but I can't remember, but she was saying that what Jaime said was true as well, and she didn't listen to Jaime. So I think she's just sort of like definitely something switched in her brain a bit, I think. But then Jaime now seems to be the one who's going to want revenge. So it sort of seemed like the tables have turned a bit because Jaime, I think he redeemed himself and he became a good guy. And then maybe now Cersei's going to sort of maybe redeem herself and Jaime's going to go the other way. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But I think definitely something has changed in Cersei. Then we went over to Dawn, where Ilaria, she was with Prince Doran, and she killed him. Which was sort of like, you sort of saw that coming, I think, and she had Tristan killed as well, so which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought Cersei was going to, get her revenge, but that didn't happen. So I just don't. I just find it stupid, and I'm sorry to you guys who are invested in the Dawn storyline or the Ilaria storyline, but it just doesn't. I just don't buy it. It's not for me. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm just not. I don't care about the storyline. I don't know. It might change. Who knows? But it just seems stupid to me. But we'll see what happens. So also we had, I can't remember where that happened, but Margaery obviously in prison, and she was being harassed a bit by that woman, and then the High Sparrow came in and was talking to her, and I think he was sort of trying to tell her that obviously Tommen is missing her, so for her to see Tommen, she needs to confess her sins and all this and that. But it's just like, this is all like these fanatics as well. Like, I've never understood that kind of thing, and I hope she's not going to give in. I think Jaime's probably going to get him, get some kind of revenge or something. I don't know. I think Jaime's going to sort this High Sparrow out. But it's like, they're so messed up in their heads, like, oh, you have to confess your sins and, to cleanse yourself and all this and that. It's like, who the hell are you to tell her that? To tell anybody that? You're not in a position to, I just don't understand that sort of mentality. Like, what you're doing is wrong, but yeah, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I just never understood that sort of like a cult fanatic type people. They think what they're doing is right, but everybody else of what they're doing is wrong, and they need to sort of I'm just gonna leave. It's like I just don't get it. But I hope Margaery, I hope she's gonna stick to her guns and not play into all that. So we had Varys and Tyrion sort of walking around Marine, sort of trying to work out who can they trust and who can they get, who can like back him up in that, and they don't know at the moment. Varys has a few of his little songbirds or whatever they were out there and getting some information, but yeah. I mean, Dany was she was weak before, but now she's not there to sort of control things. I don't know how it's gonna go. I really don't know. But yeah, we saw as well that all the ships have been burnt. So yeah, there's no easy way out now, is there? So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen there. I think the Dothrakis are gonna join Dany somehow, and yeah, I don't know, but yeah, and then we went over to Jorah and Dario, obviously looking for Dany, and Dario was so like, what's it like, being in love with somebody who doesn't want you, and yeah. It's a bit mean, isn't it? But it is true. Dany is not interested romantically in Jorah, but yeah. So they went on and they found the ring, and obviously they could see how the Dothrakis had circled around Dany. So with the grass and that, and I think it's pretty obvious to Jorah that was the Dothrakis that sort of. It's what they do, isn't it? And yeah, they've obviously taken Dany, so that's going to be a bit of it's a bit of a way to go there. Yeah, so we went over to Dany, who's now sort of become a slave. That's sort of how he came across. And they were taunting her a bit. They didn't realize it was Dany, that she was, the Khaleesi. So they were sort of talking Dothraki, but they didn't know that Dany understands that, and they took her to the Carl, and he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna lie with me, and you're gonna give me a baby, and all this and that." And she basically told him, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen because I'm Khal Drogo's wife, basically, and I saw him die, and." At least with one good thing with the Dothrakis, it's against their rules to sleep with the Carl's widow. So that was a relief. I was like, oh, at least something is going right, yeah. But the women were saying, like, what Dany has to do now is go to the temple where the widows are, and she's gonna have to live with them or something. Which is a bit weird, but I suppose at least for now she's safe. Yeah, but it looks like she's gonna have to go and stay there. But maybe she can get, I don't know. That could be, I don't know. It could be a good thing, I think, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it could be. So yeah, we had then Arya sort of begging for money and food, and obviously she's blind, which was like a punishment for her not following the faceless people's rules or whatever. And that girl, what was her name? Waif. I think that's the name that came up when she was fighting Arya. Yeah, she came and just basically taunted her, and I don't know if she's taunting her or whether it's part of the training that now that Arya has been punished and she's had her eyesight taken away. She's going to have to learn to use her other senses. I don't know if that's what she's doing, because she said, "Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow," after she's fought her or beaten her up, really. So whether that's kind of how Arya could come back, she can learn how to fight without using her eyesight, which I think is what her dance master, he was sort of trying to train her as well. You know, you don't use your eyes. Or maybe she could use that to her advantage and then fight her and get rid of that girl, because her dance master was sort of trying to, it's not your eyes, you know, it's how you feel and all that. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. So I don't know if it is part of the training, or whether she's just whether she just is an outcast now, but we'll see. I hope she gets away from there. I don't want to see her in Bravos. It just doesn't feel right. So yeah. So we went over to Thorne, basically wanting to speak to Davos and try to get Davos out. And I don't think they would let Davos go. I don't think there's a way, because obviously Davos couldn't go out and say, well, if he leaves, then yeah, this is what happened up at the wall. They basically, it was mutiny, and they killed their Lord Commander, and that's not going to be seen well, is it? So somebody would have to go up and sort that out. So I don't think there's a way that Davos is ever going to be allowed to leave alive. I don't think so. Yeah, they're staying in there and they're coming up with a plan. So yeah. And they were sort of trying to work out, like, well, where do we stand? There's nothing we can do, and all that. And Davos was saying, well, you know, there is one woman who can do something. And yeah, we went over to the priestess room, and she was sort of yeah, just looking at herself in the mirror, and she took that necklace type thing off, and she became this old woman. So I'm just so confused now. Like, I just thought she was this fanatic, fire, religious woman, but she's, well, I mean, she is, but she's not her. She's an old woman. Which is sort of making me think she's probably a bit more legit than what I thought she was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused now, which is obviously the point of this whole thing, isn't it? So, I don't know if she takes that off every night and then goes to bed, but it kind of seems like her taking that off is making her older, and she could die then, which we don't want at the moment, because she's going to have to revive Jon. Yeah, so I don't want her to die at the moment. Yeah, it's very confusing, isn't it? So yeah, I think Davos is going to sort of speak to her, and she's going to revive Jon, and Jon is going to go and fight the Boltons and get Sansa back. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good episode, but yeah, I was not expecting that ending. I'm so confused. So yeah, yeah. Let's go to the top 5. Number 1 is Brienne. I mean, she's a heroine, isn't she? She came and saved Sansa and Theon, and I love that. I love Brienne. She's very. I mean, she does have a stick up her arse, doesn't she? But she is very honourable, I think. She's definitely a good person. So yeah, I love that. I love Brienne, and she got what she wanted now. So yeah. Number 2 is Davos again. He's sort of really calm kind of guy. He doesn't react on feelings or anything like that. He really just thinks things through, and very level-headed. So yeah, I loved him in this one, where, you know, he doesn't like he doesn't like the priestess, but he knows what she is capable of, and that is a way to get them out of the situation they're in. So yeah. Number 3 is Dany. Again, you know, she's a young woman, but she held her own, I think, definitely. They were sort of making fun of her and that, and she did sort of show them that, yeah, don't mess with me, kind of thing. And she's constantly having to prove herself, and yeah, I think she did a really good job here, staying alive, basically. So yeah, she's my number 3. Number 4 is Theon. He is on his way of redemption, isn't he? I mean, he killed that horrible girl in the last, well, the season finale of season 5, and now he's protecting Sansa. So he's definitely snapped out of it. I think he's realised everything he's done to try and come back with his well, the Greyjoys was just basically wrong, because he was a Stark, really, wasn't he? So he's sort of trying to redeem himself and protect Sansa now. So yeah, I love that in this episode. And yeah, then number 5 is Varys. Again, I just love the guy, and the fact that, you know, he's got his people out there sort of trying to figure out what's going on in Marine. I love that. I think yeah, he's one to watch, isn't he? So yeah, they were my top 5. Bottom 5 is number 1 is Ilaria. I just don't. Yeah, I don't like her. It's just like everything's just about revenge. It's not about, you know, how to rule. It's just basically she wants revenge, and she thinks the prince is an idiot, and she just kills him because, you know, he doesn't want to do what she wants. So yeah, I don't get it. Number 2 is Thorne. Obviously his plan, yeah, I think it's ridiculous, killing Jon because he doesn't agree with what the Lord Commander did. I mean, that's just, yeah, crazy. And then he's gonna obviously kill the rest of the guys who were sort of like, I suppose, Jon's sympathizers or whatever you call it. Yeah, no, I'm not having that. So Thorne is my number 2. Number 3 is Roose. Roose is obviously the reason why Ramsay is the way he is, and, you know, basically telling Ramsay that, yeah, if you can't provide me with a son, then yeah, you nobody. I mean, that's just fucking cruel, isn't it? Like, come on. So yeah, he's my number 3. And number 4 is Ramsay. Even though he's been treated the way he has been, and there's a reason why he is the way he is, doesn't excuse the fact that, you know, he's just going to want revenge now. He doesn't want Sansa, he wants revenge for Sansa, and Theon killing his girlfriend. Yeah, he's my number 4. And number 5 is that waif, or whatever her name is, the girl that sort of harassing Arya. I don't like her, and I don't like her. She's never liked Arya, has she? So she doesn't feel like Arya belongs there, and yeah, she's just a little shit, isn't she? I don't know how old she is, but yeah, I don't know, but she's a bit of a dick. So yeah, she's my number 5. The title is the Red Woman, which I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? We got a bit more background, not background, but we sort of learned now that the Red Lady, the beautiful priestess, is not what she seems. She's this old woman. Yeah. So that's obviously we're learning about her. So her religion is a bit more. There's a bit more to it than I thought. I thought she was just like this crazy fanatic, but there's obviously something weird going on there. So yeah, a bit of a shocker, I think. But then again, like, she gave birth to this ghost demon type thing, whatever the hell that was. So yeah, I sort of put the 2 and 2 together. There's something a bit more weird about her than what you thought at first. But yeah, yeah. So that's obviously the title. But I think as well with the Red Woman, red is obviously like a passion, anger type of thing, and woman is obviously woman. I think there's a lot of sorry. I think there's a lot of focus on the women in this episode. Sansa. Yeah, we had Sansa and Ilaria, and then we had Cersei, and yeah, I just think there's definitely Arya, and I think there's definitely focus on the women and sort of like where they're going to be heading, and I think that could be sort of part of the title indirectly as well. The red woman. It's just sort of like their passion, their anger, and what they're wanting to do. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously the red woman is the red woman, and yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. So, yeah, I can't wait to get into the next episode. I hope we're gonna start seeing Bran soon, because I want to see what's happening to him. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that storyline. But yeah, very good start to the season, and I'm going to stop here. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys Patreon, you rock, and you YouTubers, thank for sticking with me, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next episode. So I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you in the next one.